Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is quite literally going to shift how we think about scaling operations. Like, if you've ever felt completely bottlenecked by just the sheer amount of manual work it takes to launch or run a business, well, you're in exactly the right place. We are exploring Axio Work. It's a tool that effectively turns you, yes, just you, into a one-person company with the leverage of a massive enterprise. I mean, think about it. What if one AI could quietly handle half your org chart? Seriously, we're so used to thinking that running a business means you have to hire this huge team, right? Traditionally, you're looking for a strategist to figure out what to sell, a researcher to track your competitors, a designer to build the store, and an ops person just to keep the wheels turning. But what if we just completely challenge that? What if you actually didn't need to hire all those people just to get your idea off the ground? Now, before you start panicking about uploading your super secret business plans to the cloud, let me stop you there. Here's the absolute standout differentiator. This whole system runs locally on your computer. Your private files, your customer info, your strategy decks, they never leave your device. They aren't being used for any third-party model training, meaning your data is literally the safest it can possibly be.
Okay, let's quickly run through the roadmap for today's case study. We'll start with the one-person company, move into the setup and installation guide, then cover assembling your AI team, the Shopify store build, and finally running on autopilot.
Section 1, the one-person company. So Axio Work isn't just some generic chatbot. It's actually Alibaba's agent team, built and trained on 26 years of real-world commerce data. We're not talking about AI operating on easy mode with hypothetical startups here. This is a hardcore agentic business team built on decades of actual commerce data. Section 2, Setup and Installation Guide. Let's look at exactly how to get this running locally on your machine. Okay, here are the actionable steps to get started. First, you're going to download the macOS app. Just a quick note, make sure you pick the Apple Silicon version if you're on one of the newer Macs. Second, click Install for all users. Third, and honestly, this is absolutely crucial for keeping things organized, create a working directory folder right on your computer. Let's just call it my_business. Everything Axio Work creates, from files and drafts to research, will live safely right there in that local folder. And finally, set the app permissions to full access. We do this because we want the tool to actually build things for us today, not just talk about them. So once you're in, think of the dashboard as your control room. You've got your model selector, which is awesome because it lets you match the AI's brain power to your specific task. You can use a lower-cost model for light research, but then toggle over to a real heavy hitter when it's time to actually build the store. From there, you connect your existing tools like Gmail or LinkedIn so the AI can take real actions out in the world. And you can equip built-in skills like SEO and competitor research that the agent will automatically deploy whenever it needs them. Section 3, Assembling your AI team. We're going to use the Teams feature to literally hire an entire digital department for our upcoming test case. Now, what's really interesting about this is how you can assign highly specific AI agents to collaborate on a single objective. We are going to create Team D2C. We assign Axio Work as the team lead to handle all the task delegation. Then, we drop in the Shopify operator to tackle the actual store setup. We add e-commerce mind to focus purely on D2C strategy and sourcing products directly from Alibaba. And finally, we bring in the coder for any custom development work. You just give this multi-agent team a single goal, and they coordinate entirely among themselves to get it done. It's wild. Section 4, the Shopify store build. We're handing Team D2C a massive prompt today. Launch a profitable dropshipping brand for summer 2026, starting from an entirely empty store. Now, to let the AI actually build the store, there is a brief manual step on your end. But don't panic, it's literally just a 3-minute API handshake, not some week-long developer headache. So the crucial point is just setting this up so the agent can securely access your store's backend. The Shopify operator agent will walk you right through it. You navigate to dev.shopify.com, create a custom app, let's name it SunSense for this example, enable the specific API permissions the agent asks for, and then generate a client ID and secret to paste back into your chat, boom. Once you do that, the agent is securely inside your store and ready to build. And get this, while you're spending 3 minutes doing that API setup, the e-commerce mind agent is already hard at work in the background. It analyzes upcoming trends for summer 2026 and sources these exact products directly from Alibaba. UV Guardian stickers, neck fans, cooling towels, portable mist fans, and sun visors. But here's where the real business value kicks in. It doesn't just blindly pick these items. It gives you sourcing notes, suggested retail pricing, and projected profit margins for every single item on that list. But wait, it goes way beyond just product selection. The agent instantly generates the brand's entire launch strategy. We're talking a complete brand identity with a custom color palette and a defined tone of voice. It drops a full 7-day content launch plan packed with daily ideas. It even sets your financial targets, recommending a $1,500 ad spend with a target KPI of hitting exactly 100 sales in the first 14 days.
And here is the final output. With the API keys supplied and the strategy locked in, the Shopify operator gets to work. Within minutes, you have a fully live storefront. I'm talking populated with images, branded colors, perfectly written descriptions, and exact pricing. Everything you need is live, and we achieved all of it from a single prompt. No designer hired, no web developer needed. It is simply astonishing to watch.
Section 5, running on autopilot. Because look, having a store built is amazing, but what happens after launch? That's what really changes the game for a single operator. Let's move to and see how this builds into an ongoing operational engine. You can actually set up scheduled background tasks, which means your agents continue operating 24/7 without requiring fresh prompts from you. Imagine having morning competitor reports delivered straight to your email while you're having coffee. The team can run continuous trending topic analysis throughout the day. They can even generate comprehensive Sunday weekly business reviews for you. All of this work just quietly happens in the background, even when your laptop is completely closed. Let's just look at this comparison for a second, because it perfectly captures the massive shift we're seeing right now. The old way? That meant needing to hire a strategist, an analyst, a developer, and an operations team just to stay competitive. It was insanely expensive and honestly really slow. But the new way? That's one local machine running a highly organized AI team. This totally redefines the scaling capabilities of a one-person business. It gives you the real leverage to compete against companies 5 times your size without endlessly adding to payroll. So I want to leave you with this final, incredibly empowering question. What kind of business will you build now that you have an entire team just waiting on your laptop? The barriers to entry have literally never been lower, and your leverage has never been higher. You now have the exact steps to download the tool, set up your secure local environment, and launch a complete strategized business. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Now get out there and start building.